Floods have become one of the most common natural disasters in Malaysia. Many communities are affected when rivers overflow and water levels rise suddenly. Families are forced to leave their homes. Children miss school. Businesses suffer heavy losses. In recent years, floods have become more frequent and more severe. Scientists believe that climate change is one of the main reasons for this extreme weather.
Every year, Malaysia experiences heavy rainfall, especially during the monsoon season. While rain is important for our environment, excessive rainfall can quickly turn into a dangerous disaster.
Climate action means prioritizing the lives of the people and the planet.
Means collaboration.
Climate action means hope.
Collaborating.
Reimagining the way we think and the way we act.
Perseverance.
Persistence. Preparing for peace.
Climate action means clean and safe.
Climate action means putting people over profit.
Climate action means
Climate action is one of the United Nations Development Goals. It focuses on tackling climate change and reducing its impact on people and the environment. In simple terms, climate action taking steps to protect planet and prepare for the extreme weather events like floods, droughts, and heat waves. In Malaysia, action is especially important because we are often affected by heavy rainfall and flooding. As climate change continues to worsen, these disasters are becoming more frequent and more intense. That's why taking action now is not just important, it's necessary for our future.
Flooding in Malaysia is a complex issue caused by a combination of natural and human factors. One of the main causes is excessive rainfall, especially during the monsoon seasons. During this period, heavy and continuous rain can fall for hours or even days. When the amount of rain exceeds the soil and river can absorb or carry, the water begins to accumulate, leading to floods. Another important factor is poor drainage system. In many urban areas, drains can be clogged with rubbish, leaves or sediment. Some drainage systems are not designed to handle a large amount of water. As a result, rainwater cannot flow away efficiently, causing the water to back up and flood the nearby roads and homes. Deforestation also plays a major role. Forests naturally act like a sponge, absorbing rainwater and slowing down its flow into rivers. However, when trees are cut down for agriculture, logging or development, the land loses its ability, leading to faster surface runoff, which increases the risk of flash floods. In addition, urban development contributes significantly to flooding. As cities expand, natural land is replaced with concrete surfaces such as roads, buildings, and pavements. These surfaces do not absorb water, causing rainwater to flow quickly into the drainage systems and rivers, often overwhelming them. Finally, climate change is making floods more frequent and severe. Rising global warming temperature leads to unpredictable weather patterns, including heavier rainfall and stronger storms. This increases the likelihood of extreme flooding events in many parts of Malaysia. In summary, flooding is not caused by a single factor, but the interaction of natural processes making human activities is growing a concern for the country.
Floods in Malaysia bring serious consequences that affect people's daily lives in many ways. Socially, many families are forced to leave their homes when flood waters rise. They move into temporary shelters, often with limited space and basic facilities. This can be stressful and uncomfortable, especially for children and the elderly. Schools are also affected, with closures disrupting students' education and causing them to fall behind in their studies. Economically, floods cause major damage to property and infrastructure. Homes, vehicles, and personal belongings are often destroyed or severely damaged. Small businesses suffer losses when their shops are flooded, leading to loss of income and financial instability. Repairs and rebuilding can take a long time and cost a lot of money. Floods also pose serious health risk. Flood water is often contaminated with bacteria, sewage, and harmful chemicals. This can lead to the spread of diseases such as diarrhea, skin infections, and even more serious illnesses. Access to clean water becomes difficult, making it harder for people to maintain proper hygiene. Overall, floods do not just bring water, they bring lasting challenges that affect communities, livelihoods, and health.
What was the biggest challenge you faced during the flood?
The biggest challenge was protecting our belongings and ensuring the safety of our family. We also faced difficulties getting clean water and food during the flood.
Can you describe your experience during the flood?
During the flood, the water raised very quickly and entered our house within a short time. We had to move our belongings to higher places, but many items were still damaged. My family and I were forced to leave our home and stay at a temporary shelter for several days. It was a very stressful and frightening experience for us.
Thank you for your cooperation.
How did the flood affect your education or school life?
The flood caused by my school to close for several days. I was unable to attend classes and complete my homework on time. Some of my books and school supplies were damaged by the flood water. It was difficult to focus on studying because we had to move to a temporary shelter.
How did you feel during the flood?
I felt scared and worried because the water level kept rising. I was also sad because my family lost many important things.
Thank you for your cooperation.
These experiences highlight the serious impact of flooding on individuals and families. From losing homes to missing school, floods create long-lasting challenges for communities. Therefore, effective solutions and preventive measures are necessary to reduce the risk of flooding in the future.
To reduce the risk of floods, effective solutions and preventive actions are very important. Although floods cannot be completely prevented, their impact can be reduced with proper planning and cooperation. The government plays an important role by improving drainage system, building flood barriers and providing early warning systems. At the same time, communities also have responsibilities such as keeping drains clean, avoiding open burning and protecting forests by not cutting trees illegally. Besides that, preparations for emergencies is also very important. People should know evacuation routes and always be ready with emergency supplies. If everyone works together and takes small preventive action, we can reduce flood damage and protect lives and property. Now, let's look at some solution and prevention methods that can help reduce flood risk.
Mr. Fawaz, I have a couple questions to ask you regarding the solutions and preventions of flood. What is one major solution the government can take to reduce flooding?
So regarding to your question just now, the most important thing that government needs to improve is our drainage system and flood control infrastructure. Better drainage helps water flows properly during heavy rain. These can prevent water from overflowing into our residential areas,
Besides government efforts, what can communities do to help prevent floods?
So, from this question, communities should play a big role by managing waste properly. When people throw rubbish into drains, it blocks the water flow and makes flooding worse. So we should keep drain clean, and this will actually reduce the flood risk significantly.
How can people prepare themselves in case floods still happen?
Good question. So preparation is very important. Families should have emergency plans, like prepare essential supplies like medicine, and pay attention closely to flood warning systems. Being prepared can help people stay safe and respond quickly during emergencies.
In conclusion, climate change is a global problem, but the solutions start with us. Malaysia is already facing challenges like flood and extreme weather, so it is important for us to be prepared and take action to protect our environment. Simple steps like reducing waste, saving energy, and caring for our natural resources can help make a big difference. In conclusion, the future of our planet depends on what we do today. If we work together and act responsibly, we can build a safer and more resilient Malaysia for future generations. Remember, small action today can create a big changes tomorrow.